Hey there everybody, Gideon's Tactical here, doing another quick review for you. And this is more of an update. I gave you an initial review a couple months ago of the K-Bar Dozier folding pocket knife. And I've now used it for about 3 or 4 months, so I've been able to get a good feel for it. I've carried it as my EDC during that time, and I'm going to just kind of tell you what I like and don't like about it. Let's kind of just start here. You can get these in multiple different colors, and for the handle, you can so you can get this is their hunter green, which almost looks more like a gray, but kind of like their military hunter green type of look. You can get them in coyote tan, you can get it in black handle, orange, and then they have a pink one as well for girls if a girl wanted a bright pink one. Anyway, so there's that, and then you can get it with the black Teflon coating, or you can get it with just bead blasted. I usually prefer bead blasted, but the bead blasted only come with a black handle, and I just wanted the green. I like the way the green looked. So that's kind of the color situation here. Let's go ahead and start with the tip of the blade. This is their Hunter Designs, what it's called. You can see the logo right there. Dozier Design, K-Bar, boom on the other side. Taiwan. So the steel is made out of AUS-8 A steel. Good quality steel. I like that steel a lot. I prefer it whenever I can get that type of steel over the Chinese 8CR13 MOV. I try and get the AUS-8. I just like it a little bit more. They have almost the exact same properties. I just like whenever I don't have to support a communist country, I try to. Hunter tip. It also comes with more of a clip point tip and a thumb hole versus a thumb stud. This one's the thumb stud model. So let's see here, hollow grind edge, and it's holding an edge very well. It's still very sharp after multiple, uses of cutting boxes and paracord and just different things. Just what an EDC is for. A little bit of whittling. It's still got a very good edge to it, so I'm very happy with that AUS-8 steel and the hollow grind edge that this one comes with. 3-inch blade, which is nice. The thickness is 0.11 inches, so just a good normal EDC for that. You can see here some jimping. Which does a little bit. I mean, it's better than not having the jimping there, but I mean, there's no thumb ramp, so your thumb it can slide around a little bit. I mean, when it's there, you're not worried about it, and particularly, I mean, you're doing nothing heavy duty with a 3-inch pocket knife, so the jimping's nice there. There's nothing bad about it. It's just maybe a thumb ramp there would have helped a little bit. But I mean, it just means without the thumb ramp, you can get nice and in on it. This is a totally ambidextrous blade because this thumb stud you just have a little screw right there. You can unscrew it and flip it to the other side, and the handle is completely ambidextrous, and so is the clip. So this is totally a righty-lefty knife. If you're looking for, if you're a lefty and you're looking for a good knife, this is a great budget EDC to have. The one thing I don't really care for with this thumb stud, and I'm thinking about possibly getting a hole, and some of you may not care, but the texturing, and I'm going to try and show you, on the thumb stud is awesome because it grabs your thumb. I mean, you're not going to lose it. Your thumb's not going to slide up or anything like that, but it's almost too much. And if I'm using it a lot, if I'm flipping it open like a couple times within a couple minutes, it really starts to kind of chew up my thumb, and it kind of gets annoying. The thumb stud on the what's it called, Bucklight Max is a much better thumb stud. It still gives you the grip it needs, but it doesn't tear up your thumb. So that's kind of a complaint I have, is the thumb stud can kind of tear up your thumb over time if you use it a lot, which I do. I use all my knives a lot. So a little iffy on that thumb stud, but I mean, it's better than having it be too slick and it's slipping out all the time and you can't get a good grip on it. The action on the blade is good for what's that, lockback. It's a good action, not bad at all. I mean, you definitely have to put the pressure on it, and that's when it kind of tears up your thumb. But with, I can almost do it without flicking my wrist. Again, I've lubed this up with my White Lightning that I get at Walmart, and that definitely helps with the action and the motion. So for a lockback, it's very quick. And the locking mechanism itself is great. There's no wiggle, up, down, left, right, nothing like that. And again, I've had this for about 4 or 5 months. Definitely done some whittling, some harder tasks with it. And the lockbacks, the lockup is great. There's no complaints there. The Teflon finish, it's Teflon finish, and it's kind of a cheap Teflon finish, so it's going to wear off. I don't know if you can see it. It's starting to, yeah, there you go. It's starting to wear off on the edges a little bit. But I am surprised it hasn't worn off here after some of the whittling and different things that I've done with this EDC. Let's see here. So with the locking mechanism, you got the center lockup right there in the middle of the knife. It doesn't have the Daniel dent, but I don't think it needs it. I think the Daniel dent is just some little kind of, you don't need it on any knife. I've never seen anyone holding it so tight that they accidentally engage the lockup when they're holding it so tight. I can't even do it. If I'm squeezing, that doesn't even move. So that's kind of goofy in my opinion. But it does have a screw if you need to tighten it or loosen it or take it apart. If you wanted to take it apart, you can definitely take this knife apart. The handle is made out of Zytel, and it's definitely grippy. It feels kind of like a rubbery plastic almost, but it feels really good in your hand. When it's out and you're holding it, it's one of the better knives of this size that I like the handle. A lot of times the handles are too small, in my opinion, because I have large size hands for me. Or the pocket clip, is like sticking out super far, or fill in the blank, or it's not long enough. So it's definitely long enough. Let's see here. The overall length is 7.25 inches for this knife, 7.25, which is great, and the handle is 4.25. So in my opinion, definitely long enough for large size hands. It's got the little bevel right here, not a choil, but just to keep your finger from sliding up on the blade. And then it's kind of got this fat rounded area back here, which fits great in your palm of your hand and your pinky right there. And your pinky's not wanting to slide off. When I'm holding it, my pinky definitely has room on there. Thin, sorry, thin for sure. It's got some rounded edges, but just the texturing is really good on there. And with the pocket clip, they did a really good job because I love this pocket clip. I think it works great because first up is tip up, and that's the only way I carry my knives because then it's easily deployable and accessible. You can unscrew it, switch it back and forth. Does not have a very big lip to catch on, which is great. Very strong steel. I cannot pull it off. It's very, very difficult, and doesn't have the big loop like you've heard me probably say in some of my other videos. It's just it's just really nice. And they did a good job because right here, you can see on this side it says K-bar and it's flat, and the texturing is not there. They did the same on both sides so that it's not going to tear up your pocket with this texturing when you're sliding it in and out, but there's great retention in your pocket. Rise may be a little high, but that doesn't bother me. Paracord hole back here for a lanyard, which is great. And yeah, just overall, no matter which way you hold it, left or right, up and down, whittling, cutting, it just feels good in your hand for me. For a large size glove is what I wear, and it just feels really, really good. Very basic, but a great EDC knife when you're on a budget. It is particularly for the AUS 8 instead of over the Chinese, which I always prefer. Steel, and just multiple colors, so you can, you're not carrying the exact same one your buddies are. You can get, these are great for, like Christmas gifts, wedding gifts, because you can customize them and get them in, thumb hole, thumb stud, Teflon coated, not Teflon coated, coyote tan, green, black, pink, orange, handles. So there's multiple different things, and it's just a great. K-Bar did a really great job with this Dozier design and with this Dozier knife, I feel. Last spec for you is, I think I said this, but 3-inch blade, and it is 1.6 ounces, super lightweight, which is awesome. Super, 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 super lightweight. So if you're a hiker, backpacker, and you're looking to kind of cut down on a pocket knife weight, this would be a good recommendation along with the Buck Max Light. Buck Light Max, sorry. Both of those are great. This one is, I'm having a really hard time switching this out. I mean, I have 3 other knives right now for EDC, and I always go back to this one right now, which is great. I mean, and this has a great price point. I mean, you're going to be paying under $30 for this knife for sure. So a great price point for the K-Bar Dozier. And I hope that this update helps you guys out a little bit. The only complaint I have is thumb stud. Maybe try the thumb hole unless you don't like that, and just go with the thumb stud and just tell me to shut up and quit whining about it. So, I mean, that's the only really complaint I have after about 4 or 5 months of use with this Dozier. So, thanks for watching. Remember, with Gideon's Tactical, stay equipped and stay prepared. And subscribe, comment, and look forward to seeing you guys out there.